So let's start with day one. That was mainly a travel day from Minnesota all the way to New York. I started my first day of Stationery Fest literally just traveling. My trip got canceled. I was traveling with American Airlines, and I know a lot of people had this same problem. But at first, I had a direct flight all the way to New York, but this one got canceled, so I had to reschedule. And the new one, it departed really early. I got into the airport like around 3 or 4 in the morning, and had to fly and got to New York really late, around like 5 p.m. So in here I was in Minnesota, kind of like waiting for my first plane. The first one was taking me all the way to North Carolina. The kind of like airport that is called Charlotte. It was a good flight. It wasn't so bad. Then we arrived in Charlotte. We had a really long layover. It was around like 3 hours or something. So we basically just walk around the airport and just sit around. They have this really cool area in the top where you can just sit in some of the rocking chairs and just look at the people basically just walking around the airport. We did that for a while and then just decided to grab some lunch before getting into the next plane, which was a really great idea because we have never been together in New York, and by the time we got there it was really late though. So we just got some food. I got some nachos. They were amazing. So I just ate this, and after that we went into the next plane. So the next plane, again, it was from Charlotte to New York. This one was again quick. It got a little bit delayed, so we had to wait a little bit to leave. So I just landed. My plane yesterday got canceled, so we had to rebook it. And instead of being like one, kind of like just one flight, we had two flights, and it's 3 p.m. So I have been traveling for like 12 plus hours. I'm tired. And that, my friends, is the only clip you're gonna see of my face during this trip. Mainly because the first day I got really anxious. By the time we landed in here, the airport was called La Guardia in New York, I was extremely tired, anxious, stressed out, and this kind of like set up the whole mood for the day. I didn't really film so many clips in the Stationery Fest this first day, but I got to meet people. So basically we just landed, got into a Uber, and then went into our hotel. Our hotel was really close to Stationery Fest, around 15 minutes, and as you guys can see in here, it was amazing. I really love the hotel. It has some bars. It also had like some food and restaurants. After that we took another Uber from the hotel into the place because we really didn't know how it was going to be. This is the only clip I got for day one. That was basically when he was doing the grinding of my nib, which is so amazing. And then I just got to meet so many people. I didn't really take any clips. Again, I was really anxious. I don't know, I wasn't feeling myself, but I got to meet some people. I met Helen from the Coffee Monsters Co., which I absolutely love. I also met Jobs Journal and ABC, and I was fangirling a lot to meeting them. And I also met some of you that follow me on YouTube, which was really nice. I didn't get any videos with that, but yeah, I'm really grateful I was able to meet all of you the first day. After Stationery Fest, we decided to just go back to the hotel, take a nap since we were both, me and my husband, super tired. And then we went to eat to this restaurant that the hotel also has in the top, kind of like, I don't know how to call it, but all the way up in the hotel. It was really nice. The food was amazing. I don't really remember exactly the country where the food is from, but it was amazing. It just tasted really good, and we were extremely full. The views in here were amazing. We were able to see New York all the way, like the lights and everything from the hotel and from this restaurant itself. So it was actually really nice. I really enjoyed this night. And yeah, we basically just chill out while watching the lights for a long time, eating some good food, and then we just went back to the room and just went back to bed to prepare for the day two of the Stationery Fest. On day two, I decided that I wanted to spend the whole day in Stationery Fest since the first day I was really nervous. It was a kind of rainy day, but actually I was really lucky because there was no lines at all when we got into the event. We got there at kind of like midday, like 12 p.m., and there was no one. We literally just walked in, and there was not so many lines to get in or get anything from the event. I'm gonna be putting so many different clips. For example, here, this is the main thing. I went to the preview party of Haugen. I will show you guys in another videos. We also did the Muji kind of like pictures, got some matcha around, and this whole day I did take so many clips. So I want to take this time to actually talk a little bit of my experience of Stationery Fest, while you guys can see all of these clips that I took about the event. So the first day, I actually, as I mentioned, I got really late, and on that first day I was looking at online so many people posting pictures and so many people posting small videos mentioning on how the event, there was a huge line, because that first day, I guess, like all the people that wanted to go to the event, they kind of like make it super early in there to be able to enter and be the first ones inside. And some of my friends actually, they did line up for like around 2 or 3 hours under the rain that first day. I was a little bit worried that it was going to be like this throughout the whole event, but I'm gonna be completely honest, I didn't really have to line up. Not the first day when I arrived like around 6 p.m., and not the second day when you guys just saw that I arrived at midday. So for me, the event was amazing. I had a lot of fun. There was a lot of people on this second day as well. Like, of course, there were so many booths. Like the Coffee Monsters Co., everyone loves Helen, I feel, in this community. So everyone, of course, wanted to go there. But also there was other store that was kind of like a cute things from Japan. That one was the biggest line that I saw. In that one, when I got here, they made me wait and I had to take a ticket to go back and be able to actually buy the things that I wanted to buy. The event also had like so many kind of like event specific items, and I was in the hunt to getting them all. So I was trying to catch so many of those items, but I did post all the things that I bought before, so you guys can see which ones I end up choosing. But as you guys can see in here, there were so many different shops around the whole event. There were so many fountain pens to choose from, so many stickers, notebooks, anything. There were so many different shops, and I actually really had a lot of fun, because this was my first time ever going to a Stationery Fest or any event. Actually, I never met anyone in person or like in real life. I have talked to so many people on my Instagram and also commenting in YouTube, but in real life I have never met anyone for any country that does this hobby. So for me, it was amazing to be able to just go to an event where I can get to meet people that I have been messaging with for a long time on my platform. The first day, as I mentioned, I was really anxious, and I wanted to say sorry and also like thank you, because I met some of you that are watching my videos or that follow me on Instagram, and that day I was just really kind of like social anxious. So I really wasn't able to have like a really big conversation with people. I feel really bad about it, because I made like 3 of you that day, and like looking back at it, I feel like I was extremely awkward. I did mention that on my Instagram, but I am so grateful that you guys, actually the ones that went into the festival and recognized me, came to me and say hi. I love to meet people, and I'm so grateful for that. But again, for those that met me the first day of the fest, I am really sorry. I was really, really awkward. I was just not really comfortable with being a lot of people around me and all the noise. But this second day, I had a blast. I was able to calm down, go and check out people, check out all the stores, come and say hi to other people. And I actually met our friends. I met one of you two since the beginning of the entrance of the event, and we had so many great talks. So I am really happy about it. But yeah, this second day I had a lot of fun. I spent a lot of money, I must say. So if you are planning on going to any events like this, it can be easy to get kind of like too excited about it, and it's easy to also spend a lot of money because little things, they just pile up, and then when you realize you're already spending like $200 $300 in there. The purchase that I made that I don't regret at all, well, I don't regret any of them, but the one that I'm most like excited was the ST pen. I really wanted to buy that phantom pen since even before going to the event, and Esther Brooke actually gave me so many goodies within that one that I feel like that phantom pen wasn't like the price. I paid like 175, and with all the goodies that I received, I feel like I paid like 100. So that was a good buy in there. But yeah, overall, like the festival was amazing. I don't have any regrets on going. I'm really excited to kind of like go to more of these kind of events in the future. I know there is one coming up next year in Chicago. I'm really planning on going on to that one. I just want to see how much the tickets are going to be, and yeah, meet more people and kind of enjoy this community outside of just me talking in these videos and just posting these videos. But this is kind of like the brief that I wanted to make for this. I'm gonna leave you guys to look at some of these clips of day 2, and then I'm gonna explain a little bit of what happened after Stationery Fest day 2, and I'm gonna also show you guys a little bit of clips of day 3 in New York. That's pretty cool.
I was talking about the hand.
Oh. You don't want to break any of this. Oh, I have seen people talking about how they want to buy this one. But I don't like pink. If it was green, I will get it. Yeah, that one is there. I like this apple pouch.
Stamp, kind of.
Really?
Really cool stamp.
You wanna get your traveler's out? Oh no. On this second day, I met so many amazing people that I have been following on Instagram, and I really, really wanted to meet. We had like, again, super great talks, everyone extremely friendly. I didn't get to take so many pictures with everyone, but I just wanted to put in here some of the pictures of the people that I met and actually took pictures with because yeah, it just made me so happy to be able to meet all of them in person and just spend a little bit of time together. But this was a little bit of the day 2 in Stationery Fest. After Stationery Fest, we decided to just walk around Brooklyn. The festival finished every day at 7 p.m. So it was kind of late. We just went and grabbed something to eat. We went to this restaurant that is called a foodie ramen. And let me tell you, is the best I have had in United States, and I used to live in Japan, so I feel like I have high standards when it comes to Japanese food or ramen and all of these. And this place was amazing. People was super friendly. The food was chef kiss. Literally, we went back the next day to have dinner in here because this tonkotsu ramen was amazing. I haven't had in the United States any ramen like this in all the 5 years I have been living here, so I absolutely recommend this place. And then on day 3, we just basically decided to just go and explore New York. So again, we took another Uber. We were trying to go into the subway, but to be honest, I didn't have a lot of time to make it because I had to go to the Costa Rican embassy. So I had to be there at a certain time in the morning. So we just took a Uber. This store was actually right next to the embassy. And I was really surprised because we found so many stationery stores in New York and so many goodies that I usually just buy online because I cannot find it in Minnesota. So I was so happy to walk into these stores. So basically, all the morning after this, I just had my kind of like this thing that I already had a schedule to do in the embassy. And then after that, just went and explored New York. We went at first to this was the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. This was in the Empire State, so it was pretty cool. Then we went here to Kinokuniya. In Kinokuniya, we just spent a little bit of time looking again into some goodies. We were trying to find some manga, mainly because my husband really loves One Piece, and we were trying to find some of One Piece kind of like characters and stuff like that. Instead of that, I ended up finding like a lot of stationery items again. I wanted to not go super overboard in here, so as you guys can see in my previous video, I didn't buy a lot. I bought one kind of like pen, and I bought some stickers and some small notebooks. But the Kinokuniya in New York, it was pretty good actually. They had so many pens and phantom pens in here. I actually found so many different colors of the Pilot Kakuno that I was actually really surprised of how many colors they had in there. Mainly because I haven't been in a Kinokuniya. In Minnesota doesn't have one, so I just went to Chicago one time. But yeah, I was really happy to see so much stationery again items, and this time without all the noise and the people from Stationery Fest. And these ones, yeah, it was just nice to walk around and look at some items. So again, I really recommend it if you are in New York to just visit some of these. I wanted to visit Nico Neko, but we didn't really have time to go there, so we just did this one. After that, we just walk around into some of the other buildings around New York, and just basically like a lot of sightseeing because my husband has never been in New York, and the time that I went to New York, it was really just with my cousin in the car, so we just really wanted to see a lot of the places. We went here, and I just really needed to take a small clip for you guys because I absolutely love the art that this building has in the top. It was really amazing. And I also wanted to visit this that was like, I feel like in here during winter they do kind of like have an ice rink, and I have seen this so many times in other people's vlogs, mainly for Christmas, because I follow so many people that live in New York, and I just wanted to go and visit it. During summer, I must say it wasn't so pretty, but during winter it looks really pretty, so I really want to go back to New York and visit that in there. But yeah, they had like so many like different people. They were putting so many things about the Olympics. And I also wanted to stop at anthropology because again, I follow so many people that post videos about going to anthropology, so I just wanted to go and see what it was all about. I didn't end up finding anything in this store that I really liked. I feel like it's not my style of clothes. Maybe yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, I didn't find anything that I really like, and the ones that were kind of like some nice things were really expensive, to be honest, so I didn't end up buying anything in here. But I just really liked the style that they had. But yeah, not for me. Maybe for all the girls that I follow on YouTube, is their style, not mine. But it was nice to visit the store and actually see a little bit of the items that they had. kind of remind me of more like a expensive, it's like a Target but expensive, if it really makes sense. After that, we went to a cathedral. I didn't really take so many clips because there was a mass going on, but it was pretty cool, the architecture. Then we walked for a long time and made it into Times Square. And this may be a little bit of an unpopular opinion, but to be honest, the Times Square that I always see on videos and the ones that I see in movies is like way different than seeing this in person. I absolutely love Shibuya in Japan, so looking at this, I feel like it's way overrated. So again, don't come at me, but this is some of my thoughts. I feel like online this look way better. Then it started raining, so we actually decided to take one of these kind of like, I don't know how you call it, but they're like taxis, but it's just a person driving with a bike. So actually it saved us a lot because we still had like 20 more minutes for the next place that we wanted to go, and this person took us like from our point into the museum. And the next place that we actually wanted to go is the Museum of Natural History. I think it's the one that comes in one of the famous movies. I don't remember the movie name right now, Night at the Museum or something like that. But yeah, so I just took some clips because I thought it was really nice to see the city when you're not walking and when you're just going slow with a bike. It wasn't so expensive. We were actually able to bargain with him, and he was actually really nice. And just took just literally like, it was supposed to be like a 25 minutes walk. We were so tired, but he made it into like 10 minutes bike ride, which was amazing. But yeah, we just enjoy a lot like driving around here and to be able to make it into the museum. For some reason this day they said that the museum was having like an event, and there was a lot of people lining. We didn't buy any of the tickets beforehand, so I would totally recommend you to buy some of the tickets because we had to buy it while lining up, and some of these people actually had the ticket and they had to wait for a long time. So yeah, this day we had to line it up a lot. By the time we made it into the museum, I was absolutely tired. My feet were killing me. I was saying kind of like, I'm not used to walk that much, at least not in Minnesota anymore. So this whole day my feet were absolutely killing me. So we just went into the museum and tried to see some of the areas. We also have some food in here, and overall it was really nice. So again, I'm gonna leave you with some of the clips from the museum. And yeah, I really enjoy this museum a lot. I am just a little bit sorry with my husband because I know he wanted to go and see more places, but I was just really tired this day, and I was sitting for so many times within the museum. But we spent most of the day in here before we move into the next spot. After the museum, we decided to walk around not around, but more like through Central Park. And I must say, I really like Central Park. It was really, really pretty. The only thing that I didn't even film because I was so scared is because I saw so many rats. Literally, the rats were in front of me when I was walking in Central Park, and they didn't even move. They pretended to be squirrels. Like, I don't know. I don't know if this is something normal and everyone that goes to New York already knows this, but for me it was super surprising. But anyways, it was super pretty. I was able to see some buildings around when walking through Central Park. We didn't really walk a lot because Central Park is actually really, really big, but I enjoyed to have a little bit of that difference in between kind of like the city life and then moving into now that is more like nature. And then we made it into the Med steps because if you know, you know, I am a huge Gossip Girl fan. So I, of course, had to go there and take one of the iconic pictures. And that pretty much covered the exploring that we did on day one. Then we were absolutely tired. We didn't want to deal again with the public transportation of the train that we tried to do in the morning and it didn't work, so we took another Uber. It was pretty expensive. I really want to learn how to use the train in there, but yeah, we went back to the hotel again. I absolutely love our hotel. It has a lot of amenities in there, so I really like it. We actually went back in there and actually got some drinks in the hotel, but also after just staying in the hotel and going back into our room, we decided to go back into that ramen place that I told you guys that we really loved the day before. So we just decided to get another delicious bowl of ramen and enjoy the last night in New York eating amazing food. And that pretty much concludes the Stationery Fest trip because on day 4 it was just a travel day. We actually just check out of our hotel really early in the morning, and then we went back to the airport. Of course, we made it to the airport, waited for a long time. It was a whole bad flight deal day again. I'm not gonna get into a lot of details, but I met Kelsey Doodles from Instagram and I'm absolutely happy because I really love her and I really wanted to meet her all the trip and we were not able to meet. But we went from New York to Chicago, and then in Chicago we actually waited for like an hour or actually 2 because it got delayed again, and then we just flew back all the way home and we made it to Minnesota, where I'm actually from. So this was all the trip from Stationery Fest. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, I hope you like this mini random vlog with a lot of little clips from this trip. Thank you so much for everyone that I met, and I'm absolutely happy that I went to this event.